Welcome to Embodiment and Resourcing. Today, the theme is the breath. We're going to just observe the breath some of the time, and then I'm also going to guide you through a breathing pattern. The breath can be a wonderful resource for helping our nervous system shift, for helping us focus in the present. It's a long-standing traditional mindfulness practice just to simply observe the breath. And many, many traditions have very specific breathing patterns for many different purposes, for healing, for consciousness raising, and much more. So let us first start with centering and presence in our body and our emotions, checking in with all the different aspects of our being. So turning your awareness inward, focusing on your physical body, and inquiring, how is my body today? How is it to be a physical being? And what do I notice? Bringing gentle, welcoming awareness to just what it is that we're noticing today. And bringing attention now up to the heart area, often seen as the center of our emotional being, and tuning in and asking, how am I today as an emotional being? Sometimes our emotions are very obvious and clear. We feel sad or we feel joyful, angry, all kinds of ways that we feel. Other times, our emotional being is more subtle. It's more of a feeling tone or a mood. And so as you turn toward your emotional being, notice how it is today. It might have been just previous to this practice. There might be a tone that's lingering. And then next, bringing awareness to your mental state. How is my thinking today? What kind of beliefs might be organizing my experience? Tuning into the mind. And then expanding your awareness now to include all three of these and even more. Potentially you could tune also into your spiritual center, yourself as a soul, however you want to incorporate awareness of all the different aspects, tuning in. So let's do a little warm up first, some movement with the breath, and I'm going to do it standing. This one you can do sitting if you prefer. So standing with the feet a little bit apart so you feel really grounded down into the earth. So you might want to watch me demonstrate this one first. I'm going to arch my arms and shoulders back. That means opening up my chest, looking upwards a bit. I'm going to be breathing in while I do that. Then the breath is nice and full, and we're going to hold the breath, and we're going to squeeze the back of the body, the face, the arms, whatever you can squeeze. We're only going to hold that for a moment. And then we're going to release forward and shake it out as we exhale. And it looks like this from the side. Breathing in, arching back, hold and squeeze, and release forward. So we'll do 2 of those in a row, and then we'll pause. We'll just stand and feel what we feel like inside. It's also nice to kind of notice, how do you feel before you do the practice? All right, here we go. Breathing in, arching back, hold and squeeze, and release forward. Inhale, arch back, squeeze and hold, and release forward. Exhaling. Come back to the neutral standing position. Just pause here. Notice how your body feels. Let's do another set, 2 of those in a row. Big breath in, arch back, and squeeze, and release forward. Breathe in, arch back, squeeze and hold, and release forward. Standing in the neutral posture. Notice how you feel. If there's any sense that your body wants to continue moving a little bit, go ahead. Sometimes a practice like this might stir things up. It is totally okay to just follow any kind of adjustments. Body might sway or jiggle a little bit. All that's just fine. Great. So now let's come back together and work with some breath again. So we're going to start with just observing the breath. Then I'm going to guide you in a particular breathing pattern, and then we'll go back to just observing the breath. So let's do the breath observation. So settle into a comfortable position, could be standing, sitting, or laying down, and close your eyes. It's also okay to have your eyes open if that works for you. I like to close my eyes because I can really focus more inwardly. And then just begin to tune into your breath as it is naturally flowing. So we're not trying to breathe in any particular way right now. We're just letting the body breathe naturally. Keeping our attention focused on the breath. Notice how the breath feels as it comes in through your nose. You might notice the temperature of the breath, the sensation of the breath. And you might notice how your body changes position, or the chest opens and expands a little bit to accommodate the inflow of the breath. And as you exhale, you might notice how your chest gets a little bit smaller. You might even feel a bit of a settling into the chair that you're sitting on. Can you hear the breath? And you notice that point when the in-breath turns into the out-breath. And where the out-breath is done and the in-breath begins. Next, we're going to work with a breathing pattern called the box breathing pattern. The reason it's called box is because there are 4 counts of 4 in, hold the breath for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. So I'll guide you in that. I will also change the pace a little bit. And I just want to also note, if you've never done this before, it may feel a bit odd or uncomfortable in when you're doing it in the beginning. Now, if it really feels very uncomfortable, you're totally welcome to either modify it yourself or just not do it. If it feels a little bit weird or uncomfortable, but you feel willing or curious, stay with it. It may shift. Something may shift for you. And so just go right along with me. I will guide. And let's start. So start breathing in, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out. And hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out. In, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out. And hold, 2, 3, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out. And hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold. In, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2. And hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3. And now let the breath relax out of the pattern or wherever it wants to be. And we'll take a few moments of, again, just observing your experience, observing the breath. You might also just notice how your body feels, how your nervous system feels. And then returning your focus on the breath as it flows naturally. And I like a transition sometimes out of a practice like that to just take a moment to notice something that I'm grateful for, bringing to mind. It can be something very small. And just noticing how it feels to feel that gratitude. And then gently open your eyes if they were closed, and we'll close the practice there for today. Thank you.